No.
We're motherfucking back. It's been a couple of weeks since Arizona. 2 dudes and a Mexican live from my house because everybody wanted to go to today.
Party and shit.
Party and shit.
Beach party? How you on beach party in February?
I mean, it's terrible. I'm your host, some dude named Victor. To the left of me, another host, Peter Soprano. To the right of me, my man, resident Colombian, because Dave sucks.
Oh, man.
Dre. I love you, Dre. I love you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're good.
I still hate you, motherfucker. And Hav? Really, Hav?
Get better, man. Get better.
Nah, I don't get better. You suck.
Damn.
Diva number 1. Diva number fucking 1 in the house. Diva number 1.
Yeah,
All right.
Suspend you, yeah.
Hey, this is a live show.
Yeah.
This is an impromptu show. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You want drunk Vic? You got him. All right, boys. We haven't been live in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
A lot of stuff's happened. Number one. My boy Dre's double fisting. He's got beer under the table and a beer on top of the table.
One for the show.
One for the show. One for the road.
One for the road.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Number 1. News broke out this week. Eric Reed, Colin Kaepernick settled with the NFL that, undisclosed amount, 60 to 80 million is a rumor.
Yeah.
To me, if when there's smoke, there's fire, right? That's the saying, right?
Yeah.
So to me, when there's smoke, there's fire. Yeah. I wish Colin Kaepernick would have taken this further.
Yeah.
Clearly, to me, there's collusion. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I think the NFL has a lot of power, and if they had to settle in this case, that shows you right there that they knew that they were going to get fucked up somehow. They were fucked. Because, and I don't want to hear people say, oh, they settled because they had to pay lawyer fees and all that shit. That's bullshit, because they have in-house lawyers. The NFL has people that work for them 24/7 at the drop of a dime.
Michael Cohen, like Trump?
Yeah, like pretty much, yeah. Exactly. They have lawyers that will go to jail for them. So I want to hear they do. So, it's not true. No, but it's true. So listen, I want to hear all that attorney fees and everything like that. It's had to do it because they knew a lot of shit was going to come out because they were going to call Jerry Jones there. They were going to call the Patriots on. They were going to call Giants. They were calling all the big owners around the league. They were going to call on the stand. And they have to tell the truth, no matter what it is. And we don't want anybody getting perjury and getting thrown in jail for that. So you know what? Let's just cut the check and let's. And
so I'm gonna keep this on you because you know more about the NFL than we do, because you covered it for a while. You got sources. I mean, what does that mean for the future of, let's say, Eric Reed and Colin Kaepernick? And what does that mean? What does it say? Because listen, this is the NFL, right?
Yeah.
They fought Tom Brady for fucking deflated balls.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
They took Tom Brady fucking 4 games.
Yeah, because they had nothing to lose.
For fucking balls that were deflated 160 whatever PSMs or whatever. I don't even know the fucking terminology. PSIs, right?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? It must be a big deal.
Yeah, it was a huge deal because in the Tom Brady case, they went at Tom Brady. It was never Tom Brady going. They
went at the best, the face of the sport.
Yeah,
technically.
And that goes more to the point where they don't care about lawyers. The lawyers work for them. They'll just keep going and going and going until they finally win the case. They know some shit was going to come out in this case, and that's why they was like, you know what? Let's just get rid of it right now. And in terms of Eric Reed, he already has a job with the Carolina Panthers. Shout out to him that he actually got a re-signed recently this week. So he's going to be playing for the Carolina Panthers. Kaepernick, there's some rumors of 2 or 3 teams that may be possibly looking at him.
He's about to take over Tom Brady, baby.
Yeah, Patriots are one of the teams that he's looking at. Panthers are another team that, they already have Reed, so they obviously don't have a problem with signing people with this case. So that's another team that can go over. So there's teams that
I wouldn't be surprised because Cam's injury, right? So they might need some type of symbol. I mean, he's not going to be Cam. Cam's 6 foot, fucking 6, 1 million pounds.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, a little different. He's not the same quarterback as Cam.
He's not.
He plays the same style.
Yeah, exactly. It's somebody that can throw and run. They have to do a threat. So it makes sense for them. And Cam is the type of person I think he'll welcome him in and they'll treat him like his family. So I think it'll be good.
Yeah, you tweet we going live or what, bro?
Yo, how am I gonna tweet when we're using my phone to go live?
Wow, you're fired. This is terrible. I'm sorry. Dre, let me get your thoughts on the cat while I tweet that we're going live.
I think that, in my opinion, I think the NFL took a L.
How big of an L, though?
Pretty big. I know a lot of people.
I don't think they care, dude. 60
they don't.
60 to 80 million is like me giving you $5.
But remember that.
I got $5 right now.
Pete made a good point. If there was something going on, don't you think the NFL would have settled? I pretty much think that the NFL just paid Cap to keep his mouth shut, and this just not gonna get solved. Meaning that nobody's really gonna know what the fuck was going on. So the fact that they had to come out of pocket between 60 and 80.
And the thing about that 60 to 80 millions too is that gets spread over every team. That's what the deal is that I heard is that
so that means
so whatever you see is getting divided by 32.
Are you serious?
Yeah, whatever is getting divided by 32.
terrible.
So each team is paying like $2 to $2.5 million. That's all it is.
Yeah, so people gotta realize people criticizing Kaepernick like, oh, you want to stand up for something.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And but yeah, you're just gonna settle for that. I mean, think about it. How many quarterbacks are getting paid what Kaepernick's about to receive?
What was the joke on Twitter? The joke on Twitter was like, the NFL saw the trade for Flacco to the Browns. To the Broncos, but they knew they had to settle.
They should have knew they had to settle with Nathan Peterman when he got signed.
Man.
He may be one of the worst quarterbacks in the league.
I think he is the worst quarterback.
And he got signed.
Peterman?
Even if it was
Brock Osweiler.
Nah, still Peterman's still
Brock
worse.
Osweiler was made millions.
Yeah, Peterman's still worse.
It's like okay, so
like you mentioned, Brock Osweiler was making $20 million a year or $15-20 million a year, and then you got Peterman who got signed, and he's probably the worst quarterback in NFL history. And they're getting jobs, but Kaepernick isn't even getting a second job.
Either way, to me, listen.
It looked real bad.
Here's the thing. I hope Colin Kaepernick goes out like Floyd Mayweather and buys 10 cars, 10 houses, 10 bitches, 10 maids.
That was Vanessa, yeah.
Who?
Shit from Lot 97 or
Get rid of her right now.
I think she blocked me, yeah.
Especially get rid of her right now.
Yeah, she gotta get the fuck out.
Get 10 Bugattis, 10 Lambos.
Yeah.
5 Filipinos, 5 Puerto Ricans,
God.
5 Colombians.
That's a hell of a night.
5 South Africans, 5 Africans.
Put them all in a big ass yacht.
Put them all in 5 yachts. Off the coast of the Mediterranean. And you live it up. TMT, baby.
Oh, man.
80 mil. If he walking out here with 80 mil, he's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. He just made 80 mil 1 year.
Think about it.
Aaron Rodgers, eat me now.
Without having to put his body at risk.
Because he missed, he
put the NFL to their knees
it's
and
not
said,
like he missed 4 or 5 years. Like he missed a little bit of time.
Who cares what he missed? He can buy whatever he wants now.
Yeah.
I don't care, bro. Yeah,
Not to mention, this guy was donating money that,
Listen, what was the slogan? What was the slogan? What was the slogan Nike came out with him? Sacrifice what? What was it? How'd it go?
I forgot what it was.
Who cares? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, bro. 5 Africans, 5 Colombians. It doesn't matter, bro. 5 Lambos, 5 Bugattis. You and Eric Reed. Peace, bro. You guys did good, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, Roger Goodell, you lost. You took an L, homie. You took an L. You couldn't even you beat Tom Brady, but you couldn't beat Colin Kaepernick. What the fuck's wrong with you, son?
Yeah.
Moving along though, we got to move along. A little bittersweet for you, Dre, because my man AB, not Adrian Broner, not Andre Berto,
Not about billions?
not about billions, but Antonio Brown posted this week. Goodbye, thank you, Steelers fans. I'm leaving, even though I'm still under contract, even though I'm not getting traded, but I'm out. He said he's out.
He's out. Hey, goodbye.
He's out.
Your owner said I'm going to meet this guy in South Florida.
Goodbye.
And the guy said I'm not meeting you in South Florida. We got to say that. Seriously.
Yeah, what I gotta say to that is that they got a meeting coming up next week. So
is he gonna be there?
Yeah, he said
he said he's gonna change it. So
he did?
He changed it exactly. He changed his mind.
Terrible.
That's how.
He's still not gonna be on the same.
Listen.
I mean, the owner pretty much said I'll be surprised if I see AB at training camp next season. So I mean,
how does it feel to Steelers fan though?
I'm actually okay with that. I'm pretty
stoked
about it.
But you look at your team a year ago, and you had Le'Veon Bell, the best running back in the league, and you had Antonio Brown, the best wide receiver in the league. And now next year, as to start the season, you probably ought neither one.
Again, if you don't want to be a part of the team, as a fan, why would you want to, cheer for that? Let me ask you something.
Because they're winning. That's pretty much why.
I mean, but where did Le'Veon Bell and AB get the Steelers? I mean. Be honest. So many.
But do you blame them?
You had a defense at the time.
Yeah.
But the whole point is that you got
Antonio Brown had like 3 touchdowns off the Jaguars, and let the Jaguars put a 40 on them.
No, right, but
you guys did let. Okay.
But let me ask you something.
So another reason Kaepernick got paid.
So let me ask you something. Did AB get paid with the Steelers?
Yeah.
Once in my opinion, once he got paid with the Steelers, it wasn't about the team. It was about him. It was about numbers.
Well, that's what Will Clark said.
Yeah.
That's what Will Clark said.
It was about numbers. It was about him.
I think he was a little jealous of Juju too.
Absolutely. I mean, shit. There's 3 guys covering AB, and he's yelling to Ben, "Here, throw it to me." What the fuck?
And Juju got named the MVP of the team. That's crazy.
Hey, listen, AB didn't call Tomlin or any of the coaches last week.
Yeah.
He decided to not play the Bengals game, and it wasn't that Tomlin didn't want him to play. AB never went for the MRI and never got cleared to play. So what was Tomlin supposed to do? He said, "Hey, listen, the only thing you could do is be here for the team and support your players." And guess what?
Sure.
He walked out. He walked out during halftime. Didn't talk to Rooney's. Didn't talk to Tomlin. Didn't talk to any of his teammates. Just said, "I want out." Again, is that a team player? No.
You say fuck him.
I'm saying fuck him in the same way I said fuck Bell. Now,
well, I wouldn't say fuck Bell. I'll say fuck Brown.
I mean, he's another one.
Bell never got a contract.
Bell never got a contract. But you know what?
No, yeah, but again with AB, what team is willing to give up a lot?
The Jets.
To give up a lot and receive that type of like baggage. That fucking
There'll probably be at least 6-7 teams.
Here's the thing, you guys make good receivers, but they're like headaches after. You know like you had Plexico, right? Plexico was your best receiver.
Santonio Holmes,
best receiver. He left like a jerk too. Both of them, and then now you got AB.
Yeah.
Is that? I mean, all 3 were under Big Ben.
Yeah.
So do you think Big Ben's part of the problem?
Well, Big Ben is a problem in my opinion, but.
Trey about to kick everybody.
I think no. Hey, listen, man. I'm being real, man, because Big Ben doesn't have leadership in that locker room. Nobody does. You know,
according to AB, is never tell everybody what to do, though.
You know, but
is that a?
But people got to realize. I mean,
is that a drop down from the coach though? I remember watching. Remember the Titans, right? And the dude tells the captain of the team, "Attitude reflect leadership, captain." I mean.
Right.
To me, I watch that shit all the time. That's one of my favorite movies. Like, great movie, Denzel, great. The dudes that play the football players, great. But the dude Julius was talking to Bertier. Bertier is like All-American. Like, he was the only All-American on the team. And Julius, who was black, Bertier was white, basically stated, you know what I'm saying? And Julius was like one of the better players on the team. And he goes, "You the captain, right?" And he says all this shit about him. And he goes, "I hate your attitude." He goes, "Attitude reflect leadership."
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, does it come down from the coach?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think so?
Yeah.
So do you think it's Tomlin?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Again, you know, and I mean, I'm a Steelers fan, and I don't want to come off as like, you know, fuck Bell, fuck AB, fuck Ben, fuck Tomlin. But look, Tomlin's on the hot seat right now. You know, this is his last year as far as under contract. It's do or die. People thought this season was do or die for him. I knew they weren't going to fire him. They were going to let him run out his contract. That's why Baltimore ended up winning the AFC North, which I was stoked about.
I thought the Bengals were, but yeah.
Nah,
I mean,
hell no.
Yeah,
hell no. If anything, I thought the Browns had a better chance this season that just passed to win it rather than the Bengals. But
They don't win next year.
The Browns?
I think the Browns might win it, but I'll be okay with that because, I mean, Tomlin got to go.
You think so? I mean, I'm giving you the floor. This is your team. This is not my team. This is your team.
Ben, listen, man, it's time. Time's up.
So this is the last year. You're giving one more year, that's it.
Time's up. Yeah, you saw how much weight he lost once Mason Rudolph got fucking drafted to the Pittsburgh. Talking about this is gonna be my best season. Yeah, I mean he had a good season.
Yeah, it wasn't his best though.
You know, it wasn't his best season though, but again, you know, he stepped up. Yeah, he needs to go. At this point, I'm okay with the whole reconstruction. Bell's gone. Ben has to go, but is he gonna go? He's not gonna go. So I gotta be realistic.
But listen, I'm gonna move on. I just want to give you the floor because that's your team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a draw. Listen, I'm gonna give 2 shout outs right now. The first shout out, my nephew, the cameraman, Hav, you're fired. You're the worst cameraman ever. You're never around when we meet. I'm just kidding. And I want to shout out my boy Marcos from Fight News.
Yo, Marcos. Yo, do you guys remember when Marcos was saying that Boo Boo's ducking the Charlo brothers?
Yep.
Shit.
Shout out to my boy Marcos from Fight News.
For real.
I love that dude.
Marcos.
Let's move along. So today was the All-Star game, right? All-Star weekend. Before that, my guy from the New Orleans Pelicans got fired. Dell Demps, GM. I mean, whatever. I honestly, the ownership for the New Orleans Pelicans is terrible, and he probably got the best deal possible for Anthony Davis because he would have got Kuz, he would have got Lonzo, he would have got
3 or 4 first
Ingram,
round picks.
he would have got Kuz, Lonzo, Ingram,
Yeah.
and like somebody else, and like
Ball.
4 first and Ball, and like 4 first round picks for like the next 6 years and shit, right?
Yeah.
But you know what happened? The dude did not want to trade AD to the Lakers because he got bullied. He got bullied by LeBron and LeBron's agent getting into AD's ear, talking about I won't go Lakers.
Yeah.
I'm going Lakers.
So I'm glad he came out and straightened that out today.
Well, I still don't believe him.
I kind of do. I do. Actually, do.
Well, either way, Dell Demps got fired because he didn't trade him. He didn't trade AD to the Lakers.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, LeBron was probably like, yo, Adam Silver, I'll get this motherfucker fired right now. Like, seriously? Like I trade the whole team. But me and Rajon Rondo. I mean,
now y'all play the rest of the year with people that don't want to sit next to you.
Seriously. And I'm gonna miss the playoffs and I'm gonna get hurt because I can't stand missing the playoffs.
Now I'm gonna be a year older.
And be a year older. But I can't stand missing the playoffs with this team and they're gonna say I suck.
In LA.
In LA. It's crazy.
So, what are your thoughts on Dell Demps getting fired? To me, that's what happened.
I agree. I think that if you're going to fire your GM, why fire him after the deadline unless you were unhappy with something he didn't do at the deadline? So I think it's pretty obvious that them not trading AD in the situation that they're in right now, they're blaming him for that, which I don't think they should, but I mean, he's the person in control. So I think he was put in an impossible situation because
especially when the person he wanted wasn't on the Lakers.
Yeah,
he wanted Jason Tatum.
Yeah, he wants Tatum, obviously, but or he wants a top 3 pick in the draft this year because
the Lakers have neither.
Yeah, so I think he was in an impossible situation because the Lakers put out a lot of things in the media and they said, all right, we offered this person, we offered this person. Every rumor you heard came out of the LA Times. And it was like, yes, we offered our entire team. So it makes him look bad that he's turning down the entire team and they're saying he's not returning calls.
Rumor has it, though, Magic Johnson offered the cure to HIV.
He ain't giving that up. He ain't giving that up.
I mean, if I'm Dell Demps, I would have. I would have
jumped on that.
I'm just saying.
But I don't think he's giving that up.
What do you have jumped on it?
Hell yeah.
The cure to fucking HIV?
Listen, I would have been selling that shit everywhere.
I would have traded AD right
there. Oh, yeah. I would have fucking
straight up. I would have won more money off of that.
What are your thoughts? What is it like? Listen, the NBA has changed, right? Players used to hate each other back in the 90s, even in the 2000s. Now it's like we're all friends. I want to play with this guy. I want to play with that guy. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And LeBron, probably is the conspirator of all of it because he is, right? Because I want to play with LeBron. We're going to play with this guy. What are your thoughts moving forward? I mean, LeBron's 34, so he might have 3 or 4 good years left, maybe. How does the NBA move from this? Or does it move from this? Or this is how we're going to see it from here on out?
Well, I'll tell you this, right? I mean, what you just asked me, I'm going to flip it back to you because I'm just a casual, but before...
But you've been on the
NBA. No, I do, but before I flip it to you, I will give you my thoughts. I do think it's a joke. As a casual, you see the difference. I mean, and meaning casual, I watched it for a couple of years, not consistent enough to, be a diehard, but at least enough to know that, wow, you see the change. Mm-hmm. You see everybody wanting to do the same. And if I had to make the comparison as far as, other sports, for instance, boxing, a sport that I am passionate about, to me, LeBron is like the Floyd Mayweather where, this guy's calling the shots, everybody wants to do this.
Versus... Floyd doesn't lose, though.
No, you're right. That's why Floyd's better than LeBron in general, but meaning is fighters want to be pay-per-view stars. They want to excite them.
We're gonna get into that at the end of the show.
They want all that.
I got a lot of shit to say about that at the end of the show.
I mean,
a lot.
It sucks. It doesn't. It takes away from the sport. People aren't cheering for teams no more. They're cheering for their players. They're trying to stand up, but really, and they're forced to because these guys are team hopping. Exactly. But matter that question you asked me, what do you think?
I'm honestly not. I'm indifferent now because there's what LeBron created he tried to bring it out west.
Exactly.
And you know what happened while he left the East? There's 4 good teams in the East right now. There weren't five if Oladipo was there. There weren't 5 good teams in the East last year. There was just the Cavs and maybe somebody, maybe the Raptors or maybe the Raptors or the Sixers might win 2 or 3 games.
Yep.
But it wasn't like, oh man, like who's coming out the East? Of course not. You know who's coming out the West, and you know who's coming out the West this year.
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
You know who's coming out the East? LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't know who's coming out the East. The East is gonna have an amazing Eastern Conference semifinals.
Look at that.
And Eastern Conference Finals because he left. He left. He left, and he brought all that bullshit that he brought to the East to the West.
Let me ask you something.
So now the East is much better off now.
Let me ask you guys something because it kind of sounds like the sport would probably be better off without LeBron in general.
I don't think it will be because he's such a polarizing figure, but in terms of competitiveness, maybe.
But also, I'll say this about him leaving the East. I think he left the East on purpose because he knew the East were about to come up.
Because he got some young guns.
Because he owned the East for 9 years in a row, or 11 years in a row. So it's at the point now he saw Philadelphia get better. He saw Boston get better.
He saw Boston
on their heels.
He saw Boston taking them 7 games without
their 2 best players. Yeah. So you see these teams right on your heel. They're like, you know what? If I go on a team and I say, listen, I don't mind if I lose for a couple years, it kind of gives him a couple free years where he doesn't have to be in the finals. But it might
backfire.
It might.
It's gonna backfire this year because.
But I think if you,
I'm telling you right now, he's gonna miss the playoffs.
But that's the thing.
He's missing the playoffs.
If he stayed with Cleveland and he started
he's not making the playoffs.
But that's the thing. If he stayed with Cleveland and Kyrie are bounced, so if he had stayed with Cleveland with just Kevin Love right there, they're not as good as the 4 teams that's top of the East right now. He would have lost this year.
No,
he would have. But he's gonna lose this year anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes him look better because he's on the Lakers, a team that's not supposed to win. Well, if he was on Cleveland,
what do you mean? He's MVP though.
He's not
MVP. They were 28-10 with him there, and then they went 6-18 without him.
Yeah, but
he's MVP. He's better. He's more valuable to his team than Harden. He's more valuable to his team than Antetokounmpo. He's more valuable to his team than Embiid. He's more valuable to his team than both Nicolas.
Those are his new best friends.
I love the Nicolas.
Vucevic
and Jokic. My guys.
Yeah, those are his 2 best people now. So,
but if he misses the playoffs this year, what does that mean to his legacy, right? It's gotta mean something.
But I think
you couldn't be the 8th best team in your conference.
He's gonna have that excuse. He's gonna I went to a team that was young. I didn't mind losing this year. He's gonna pull that.
That's insane.
Because when he signed with them, he said, "Oh, this isn't a 1-year thing and all that." He knew that this was gonna be more than 1 year. So he kind of already put that excuse in as soon as it started.
I hope the best free agent he gets is Tobias Harris.
They're not getting him. He's staying in Philly, yo.
All right, moving along. A lot of NBA talk. We got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Bringing it back a little bit. Baseball. I know this is not your forte. It's all good, but I'll speak on this shit. Machado and Harper still not signed. What the fuck? Listen, I mean, I think Machado. I think Harper's gonna sign with the Phillies. Nightingale said 10 years, 300 or more than that, right?
Yeah.
Machado's still out there. I think Machado wants to be a Yankee as much as listen. I'm a homer, of course.
Well, they were waiting for each other to sign so the other one knows what to sign.
But I think Machado wants to be a Yankee, and the Yankees offer him 7 years at $35 million. He wants a 10-year deal.
Yeah.
That shit's not happening. Like,
yeah,
if you're a team now, you're offered a 10-year deal, you're fucking stupid. This is why I'm talking to the Phillies. I'm talking to you. You're fucking stupid. You fucking 10-year deal. No one does that shit no more.
10-year deal.
I mean, listen. I'm not. You're right. You're probably right. You're probably right because you just signed. You just got Realmuto. You got Roberson.
You signed on Corbin.
You signed Corbin.
$140 million.
And you're about to get Harper, right? You better win the World Series in the next 3 years, or you're fucking stupid.
You have to, or you just
we're gonna revisit this. We're gonna revisit this at 11:51, February 17th in 2022, and we'll see how stupid you are. Yeah. You might be smart. You might be smart. You better win a World Series.
You better win it. At least win the division this year.
I don't know. They might.
They better.
But what does that say to
$249 here the last year, bro.
But here's the truth. We're just saying to the Nationals that the dude's about to sign for the same thing they offered him before in September.
That's a big fuck you to them. That's pretty much what it is. If you're gonna sign for $310 million with the Philly or the division of foe, after they just offer
same division, that's right.
Yeah,
same
but the
division.
division foe, after they just offer you 10 years, $300 million, he's pretty much saying fuck you. That's pretty much what he's saying. Because you can't leave a division, a team that you've been with 6 years, you can't leave them because of $10 million. $1 million a year.
That's insane.
That's what you're leaving for, $1 million a year. That's saying fuck you.
So wow. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna end up in Philly, which is what I said. 2 months ago.
Yeah.
At Blackjacks. Hav, you suck. Which is what I said at Blackjacks. I think he's gonna go to Philly. But what about Machado? What does it mean, Machado? If he signs for $310 for 10 years, or even just $300 for 10 years?
I think he has to make that decision right now. Does
he really want to go to Chicago?
No.
Not the Cubs.
No.
And the White Sox.
He has to make a decision right now. Is he willing to sign for a 7-year deal with the Yankees? Or does he want a 10-year deal with the White Sox or another team that we may not even be thinking about? That's pretty much his decision. He wants to be a Yankee, and I think that's pretty obvious. His family has come out and spoke about it. He's spoken about it. So I think it's just, do you want that, or do you want the extra 3 years of about $105 million, which is a lot.
Of course, I'm never gonna tell someone to turn down.
Yeah, $105 million is a lot more.
If he's holding out for that, you know where he wants to be.
Yeah.
So just, I don't know. No, you go sign the White Sox. You don't want to be a Yankee, fuck you. I don't care. But what is the system broken, as Justin Verlander said? System's broken? How's the system broken?
It's not.
I
think this is how it should be. I think this is you shouldn't be giving players $300 million just because they think they're worth that. We always hear that the market is dictated, but we always say, oh, somebody's overrated. They're overpaid. And then somebody will come back and say, no, they're paid what their market is. So when they're trying to give somebody their market value and the player thinks it's higher than the actual person is giving them, why is that fair? So it makes no sense. If you're going to give an NBA player $20 million and you say, oh, he's overpaid, he should have made $20 million. Well, the market dictated he got $20 million.
Of course.
So if a baseball player is asked for $35 million, but the market is dictating you should get $25, why is the system broken because you think you should always get more? His market is saying you should be getting $25 million.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day, right? We're talking about what the market dictates, right? You're going to be paying $35 million to, let's say, Bryce Harper when he's 35, 36.
Yeah.
And he's hitting
36.
And he's gonna hit 18 home runs.
And you look at the gap too.
And you know what I'm saying? And look, A-Rod had that. A-Rod for
A-Rod's numbers were monstrous. Much better than Harper's.
Of course. So. And you know what? Maybe he deserved that contract. Whatever.
Yeah.
But at the end of his career, decline. Jacoby Ellsbury.
Yeah.
7-year deal worth whatever. Example. I haven't seen him play baseball. I haven't seen him play baseball since I got divorced.
And he still can't.
When's the last time When's the last time you saw him play in the field?
And he still can't. And he still can't this year.
I was a married man when the Yankees signed him.
And they're still paying him.
Haven't seen him get on the field since I was divorced.
Still talking about him, and he still can't get on the field.
He reminds me of being married. I hate him.
It's horrible.
Trade him.
It's really
trade him for peanuts.
And nobody wants
I will trade him for my divorce decree.
They will not trade him for a bag of balls. They will not trade for anything.
I haven't seen Jacoby Ellsbury play since I've been divorced.
It's horrible. It really is.
Insane.
But yeah, that's what I complain about. I complain that the players keep saying that. And another thing, players keep thinking that they own the sport. Listen, there's always going to be a new player after you. There's always going to be a new star after you.
Of course.
Michael Jordan retired and the basketball continued on. LeBron James came in. LeBron James is going to eventually retire. Somebody else is going to come in. There's always going to be a star to replace you. Don't think you're ever bigger than the game. And players keep thinking, oh, the system's broken. If we don't get the money, the owners are going to get all the money. That's business. That is normal business. In normal businesses, a top owner doesn't say, oh, I'm making so much money, I got to give some more to the employees. They give the employees what they're worth, and that's it. So it's not a broken system. This is what actual life is. Baseball players, basketball players, they think it's broken because they have a weird sense of what they think their value is and what they should be getting.
Here's the players in the NBA control the league more than any other sport, though.
They do, and they're even capped, and
True.
they're capped on how much they can get.
Of course. And listen, don't get me wrong. I'm all for what they're doing in the league. You know what I'm saying? They're taking back control because they know what they're worth, dude. They are the product. They are the product.
No, they are. They're a product.
So what LeBron did, listen, I hate what LeBron did in terms of bringing people together. Let's do this, but you know what? They're taking control of their league. You know what I'm saying? They know that the owners aren't the people that they come to see. No one goes to Madison Square Garden like, oh, I want to see James Dolan.
But you also know
no one goes to fucking LA and I want to see Rob Pelinka.
But you also know there's about 3 to 5 players in the whole league that can make those type of demands.
Not anymore though. Not anymore. I think LeBron, Steph,
yeah,
KD. I think Harden's up there.
Close.
I think Harden's up there. I think Russ is up there.
I don't think he can make those type of demands.
I think he can if he wasn't in OKC though.
I don't think he can.
If he wasn't in OKC, he would. Let's say Russ went to LA. Russ can do what he wants.
Think so?
I don't think so.
I think so. Absolutely. What do you mean?
I don't think so. I think there's certain people in the league that have established themselves for 10 years in the league, like a LeBron and like KD, that can do that. I don't think that Russ, who's a great player, but I don't think he's one of those top 3 players or 4 players that can do that. I think only the top 2 or 3 players in the league can do that.
I think the top 5 can.
I don't think Russ top 5.
Who?
I don't think he's top 5 in terms of.
Who's on top 5?
I don't think he's top 5 in terms of ability anymore, but I think he's top 5 in terms of power, dude. I think he's up there. I mean, listen, they took back control of the league. Listen, they made it that Mike Conley Jr. getting paid $30 million.
Yeah, which I think is ridiculous. He makes $35 million.
Absolutely,
and he can barely make an All-Star game.
And listen, I get it, but there's always a ceiling. You know what I'm saying? There's always a ceiling to this shit. It's always gonna come down a little bit later, right? But the owners are making billions.
Yeah, but they're also putting up the money to do that. They're putting up a bunch of money to run this whole thing.
Of course. Come on, are you really in this for the owners, my guy?
No, I'm not. But listen, I'm saying that's what business is. Period.
Of course, but I don't mind what the players are doing.
No, they can fight for what they want.
So I'm glad that they're doing it.
But I don't think you said it.
Because you know what? A guy like let's say Antonio Brown. Yeah. Antonio Brown sees Mike Conley gets $35 million, and he's like, damn, I'm only making 14, and I'm probably the best player in the league at one point. This is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And he's not gonna make $35 million ever.
No.
Not in the NFL.
No, he won't.
So they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, but I think it's there. You have to compare it to what the whole your position or whatever you are in the sport, because somebody like Antonio Brown, quarterbacks don't even make 35. I think the highest quarterback is 33 or 34 right now. Like so. Quarterbacks, which is the most important position, doesn't even make 35. So a wide receiver can't drink to make 35.
But I'm just saying, like, why? So why doesn't Tom Brady make $50 million?
He chooses not to.
Bullshit.
He's turned down a lot of money from them.
Why does Aaron Rodgers make $50 million?
He should be.
He should Aaron Rodgers, why does he make $50 million?
Yeah, he should be. That's a good point.
But he's going to take a little bit less to help the team because they have a salary cap. Baseball, they don't have a cap.
He's not taking a little bit.
Well, not now. In his last contract, he did.
Not this time.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He went through 2 contracts where he gave them a discount, and he said, "All right, make the team better." They didn't. Now they're saying, "Listen,
when guys take hometown discounts, good for them.
He did it twice.
I would never take a hometown discount.
He did that twice. He gave them a hometown discount.
Fuck you, pay me. Ended at that. Last thing we're gonna talk about is boxing because March 16th. Props to Fox. Fox yesterday, even though I didn't see it, they put a Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence press conference on Channel 5.
It's crazy.
In the New York area, it's Channel 5. I don't know what y'all watch, but it's Fox. It's main TV Fox, available to 200 million people in America.
No.
So they're really behind this fight, even though I think it's a little bit of a mismatch. Yeah. Even though as much as whatever, but what are your thoughts on Fox putting Mikey and Errol on the big stage?
I love it.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it. I heard about it.
Bro. You suck.
Nah, I didn't see it. I heard about it. It's awesome. I love it. And even if it is a mismatch in your eyes, I mean,
I mean, here's the thing.
Let the world decide that. Let the casual fans. Is it like that's the whole point? Is for people to get drawn into the sport. You know, you never know.
The thing is, I think Mikey's too small for this fight. It's too small. This is like his ability.
Is this a Kell Brook versus GGG?
No, it's not, because Mikey's better than Kell Brook by miles, talent wise. And I don't think Errol's as good as
your guy, yo.
Huh?
Brook is your guy. At one point, he called him the best welterweight.
He was.
Yeah,
So that doesn't mean he's.
So you still think he's miles away from Mikey?
Mikey's pound for pound. Mikey's one of the best fighters in the sport, pound for pound.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Brook is really good. To say his talent was miles away. I thought he was outboxing GGG before GGG realized he's bigger than I and decided to try to.
I thought it was great. I
think Errol Spence and Kell Brook then.
The problem with that is I think Errol Spence's talent is pretty near to what Mikey's is in terms of boxing skills.
Okay.
So that's why I think the size
So
is going to be different.
you're saying Errol Spence is not as good as Mikey? I mean, you're saying Kell Brook's not as good as Mikey talent-wise?
Yeah, but I think they're close. I don't think they're close. Yeah, I think they're close.
I don't think they're close.
As far as what talent-wise?
Talent-wise, I think Mikey's way better than Kell Brook. Skill-wise, I just think he is. I mean,
they have different styles of fighting, so I think.
No, but I think talent-wise, I think Mikey's better. It's just obviously Kell Brook has 20 fucking pounds on him. Different story. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm saying.
Does it make?
I think.
Hold on. Would it make sense if I said that Mikey has a better IQ, but
way better IQ?
But Brook has a better talent. Does that make sense? Like, do you understand? Yeah, as far as like
physical tools.
Yeah, physical. Like physically, I feel that Brook has more tools than Mikey, but Mikey's smarter. I mean, he comes from a boxing line.
I think he's just bigger.
No, it's not even that. I mean, like,
I think Mikey's top 10 boxer in the world.
His IQ, and he comes from a bloodline of like people that boxes, which is why he has that IQ. Now, I'm not saying that that Brook is better than him. I just think that physically he's more athletic. He's a better athlete, in my opinion.
Of course, Mikey's never been an athlete. He's never been an athlete. Yeah. He's just been fundamentally sound.
Exactly.
And that's never going to change. So, to me, I don't think it's a mismatch per se because of the skill. I think it's a mismatch because of the size. I think Errol Spence might not be.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't think Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence is really talented. I think Mikey's more talented in terms of tools. But Errol Spence's size will be the difference. Someone told me again, I said this a long time ago, a really good big fighter is always going to be a really good small fighter. A really good elite fighter is always going to be a really good smaller fighter, and that's just what it is. Yeah. Mikey against Sergey Lipinets, he fucking...
Oh my God.
Lipinets gave him problems.
He gave him work. Yeah. I remember that. I was like, yo, nobody knew this guy. Casual fans did not know who this guy Lipinets was. Yeah. And me, as a hardcore boxing fan, I knew who he was, but I wasn't